ZNS Total Sports is brought to you by 4th Terrace Diagnostic Center.
Welcome to sports, everybody. History made today on the IAAF Diamond League circuit in Monaco. Shawnee Miller-Weibo running a world-leading time, and she broke the national record in the women's 400 meters, crossing the line in 48.97 seconds. With that performance, Shawnee became just the 10th woman ever to run under the 49-second barrier. The old national record of 49.07 was held by Tonique Williams-Darling, and that was set back in 2004 in Berlin. Also competing today in Monaco was high jumper Donald Thomas. He finished 5th in a tie there, clearing 7.5 1/4. On to some tennis news now. Team Bahamas finishing up pool play today at their Group 2 Fed Cup tie in Ecuador. A perfect 3-0 after sweeping Bermuda. Danielle Thompson taking to the court first. She scored a 6-love, 6-1 victory. In the second rubber, Kerry Cartwright not dropping a game. She won 6-love and love. As for the doubles, Simone Pratt and Sierra Donaldson, an easy straight set win there as well, 6-1-1. The Bahamas now on to the promotional round tomorrow against the host as they look to get back to Group 1 in 2019. After losing 4 straight games, Freedom Farm ending their Little League Baseball World Series Caribbean qualifier on a high note in Puerto Rico. Earlier today, Freedom Farm able to avenge a loss from earlier in the tournament, beating Aruba 6-1 in the consolation game. Freedom Farm finishing up tournament play at 500 with a record of 4-4. Competition underway for Team Bahamas at the Central American and Caribbean Games in Colombia. Swimming up first, and Joanna Evans making a splash in the pool, touching the wall first in her heat of the 400 freestyle in 4:16.33. That's the fastest qualifier heading into tonight's final. 2 swimmers also making it through to the finals of the women's 100-meter breaststroke. Lily Higgs winning her heat in 1:13.32. Laura Morley swam a faster time, 1:11.79 to finish second in her heat there. Elsewhere, Cohen Kerr was 6th in his 100 freestyle prelim in 52.58 and did not advance. The Bahamas also set to compete in the men's softball at CAC, and pitching there will be key.
And I had a conversation about
those bombs supposed to be inside.
And we need to provide ourselves with the best opportunity. You know, we decided that we'll go to some tournaments on our own, you know, so that we can put the Bombers back on the map in softball.
CAC will be a whole new ball game for this crop of players. In recent times, they've only competed in single tournaments, whereas this is a multi-sports games. Catcher Angelo Dillett spoke about whether or not he expects the different atmosphere to affect them.
Yes and no. No, because end of the day, the game is the game. The game doesn't change between the lines. You play it for what it's worth. You put your best 9 out there, and you go out head to head. From a standpoint of it being a big tournament, yes, it's a major tournament. CIC is a major tournament for this part of the world, and the level of play is definitely going to be up there. But I think we can match it without a doubt.
Some of the basketball world's biggest stars coming together last night right here in the 242. We get that story from Amajal Knowles.
Well, the Kendall Geologic Gymnasium was the place to be last night as it played host to the annual Jeff Rogers Fun Night and Celebrity Game, a game that included NBA champion Klay Thompson and recently signed Memphis Grizzlies guard Shelvin Mack. Among the spectators, though, there were some big names as well. They include Prime Minister Dr. the Honorable Hubert Minnis and recent BMA #1 draft pick DeAndre Ayton, who's back home in the Bahamas for the first time since being drafted last month. After signing some autographs for a few eager fans, we caught up with the young phenom outside the gym, who gave us his thoughts on the game.
That's my second time going to that celebrity game. You know, just seeing Klay Thompson and his brother, and you know, some of the guys who played in the Bahamas as well. Just give back and, you know, show the kids some love, show the kids a lot of love, and just inspiring them and just being there and giving that opportunity, especially with the Prime Minister coming in and showing a lot of love. And, you know, just meeting him for the first time was just a huge opportunity. It was an honor.
Ayton also explaining how his recent draft selection impacts the future of Bahamian basketball.
Basketball is, you know, along its way. It's a long time coming. There's a lot of potential in this small island. There's a lot of kids have a great passion for this game of basketball, and you know, once we keep working hard and representing themselves as individuals and, you know, having a pride in their country, we'll be perfectly fine.
Now, as for the rest of the night, viewers were entertained by a series of drills put on by the young campers before the big game. Now, Clay and his team did start out firing, but ultimately the hometown Gray team, led by Geronkino Burrows, was ultimately too much for Team Blue as they secured the 93-89 win. For ZNS Total Sports, I'm Amajal Knowles.
The Independence Valley 8-ball tournament taking place this weekend at the Boom Boom Room on 6th Terrace, Centerville. Singles action got underway earlier today.
Each individual player played to defend their own name and their own rank. And then Saturday we'll start the team event, which is going to be consisted of 5-man teams, 3 rounds. The highest score moves on to the next round.
64 players from various islands: Freeport, Abaco, Long Island, and Nassau.
We have the best of the best here. We have everybody has won a championship, who's been taking part in any major championship is here. So we expect some great play over the next 2 days.
Over $4,000 on the line for this weekend for singles and doubles.
The tournament is being held in honor of Sydney Captain Easy Bain, who first brought Valley 8-ball to the capital back in 1994. And make no mistake about it, Captain Easy is a part of the field competing.
I've been away from pool for a while, so they call me all kind of graveyard. I came out of the graveyard and I'm like milk that expired, and you know they said all of these things, but now I'm here. And I'm telling you, I'm going to make my best effort to try and win it and let the young guys know, you know, old broom, sweep the room clean. New broom, how to learn where the corners, where the dirt is in the corners to clean it. So they'll get a taste of what Captain Easy is all about.
For those of you who think Captain Easy has lost it, he gave an example of what he can still do.
This shot seems to be impossible because this is like a football shot. The 8-ball is going in that pocket over there, okay? You see, it has all these balls blocking it, but the 8-ball, these are the offensive line. They will get them out of the way so that the 8-ball can go straight in there untouched. There it goes.
The greatest Bahamian boxer of all time and former world champion Elijah Obed will be laid to rest tomorrow following a service at Golden Gates Outreach Ministries on Carmichael Road at 11 a.m. Interment will follow at Lakeview Memorial Gardens. And that will do it for sports. Stay tuned. The Bahamas Tonight comes back after the break.